The machine is a complex system. Many pieces working in unison, connected by a common goal. 5 episodes, hundreds of people, 2 cities, and countless decisions. This is a glimpse of what it takes to make Person of Interest every day. As the finale episode nears, we have eyes everywhere.
Just got back from New York on the set, and we are heading down the final stretch here. Got 2 episodes to go. Should have a production meeting starting shortly on the penultimate episode, and then we'll roll into the finale. It's good to be back. Very cold New York. Hello! Hey! Production shortly? Very cool.
Los Angeles is home to the writing, producing, editorial, and visual effects team, all working together to keep the show running smoothly. On a given day, there are at least 40 people working out of the LA office.
There are no typical days. As you can see here, this is where we're at in the season. I just got back. We're still in the midst of shooting episode 20, which I'm shooting with Tony I co-wrote with Tony Camarino, who's there right now on set. Episode 19 is in post right now. David Slack and Amanda Siegel just wrote the penultimate episode. We should have a notes call on that today. And then Jonah's writing the finale right now with Patrick Harbinson.
Hey, I have Tony calling back for you.
Okay, great. So how did it go yesterday with the whole Rossmore thing?
It went good.
Every season, the show does 215 days of continuous production, which is the equivalent of shooting a feature film every 2 weeks.
All right, Tony, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Each morning, the 2 showrunners sit down to plan the busy day ahead, which includes editorial on multiple episodes, numerous production meetings with the New York team, and today, discussing the season finale.
At any rate, we're here. It's today. It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's 10:30. In a little over a week, we're going to shoot the finale, and we don't actually have a script yet.
We kind of, at this point in the season, last year even, landing the plane with the wings on fire, kind of.
This is the fun part. I mean, I think the finale last year, which is one of our best regarded episodes. We probably that came together in just a few days.
6 days later, another day of production starts in New York City. The New York office serves as the hub for all the episodes in production and is home to more than 100 employees. While the main unit is shooting episode 221, the remaining team has less than a week to prep the final episode.
We are in our 3rd day of prep. We have an outline as of yesterday, a very detailed outline, about 15 pages. And, it's always challenging not having the dialogue and not having the sort of the real detail stuff. But the fact is I've worked with Jonah so much, 40 some odd episodes. So I understand what is needed in the scene. The philosophy that we have is more scenes, the bigger the show feels. So we have a lot to cover.
No, that particular boat has no engine, it's dead.
I mean, scripted, they get on the boat.
We can
They can get on, it doesn't have to go
Doesn't
anywhere.
have to pull away.
So maybe a shot like this with the
probably
skyline
save
of New York,
But
kind of
we-
speaks for itself.
Very true.
Fantastic. Great call.
Stay through it.
Being a cop's a dangerous job.
Back in Los Angeles, episode 219 continues with editorial. Writers and editors tackle various stages of the 3 remaining episodes, while Jonah and Greg finish their morning meeting.
Woohoo!
As the LA team assembles in the conference room for the episode 221 production meeting, the director, line producer, and department heads in New York dial in via video chat.
Do the slow zoom.
Okay, so this is Zero Day, written by Amanda Siegel and David Slack.
Here we go.
The benefit of having 2 showrunners is the ability to be in two places at once. Jonah can focus on writing the finale, while Greg runs the production meeting. During the meeting, the group will go through the entire script, scene by scene, and discuss logistics with each department.
Scene 5, we're in front of beautiful Medina's Bodega in Long Island City on 44th Drive. And we're at a crime scene with a shootout with Elias. So there's the full complement of crime scene Kaka, all right? There's body bags. We never see this guy Medina. We just see body bags. Some traffic control, a handful of extras, some
As discussed in the meeting, production is on location in Queens, shooting scene 5 of episode 221.
For this situation, we were looking for a bodega, which is the aftermath of a crime scene. So we were looking for a place that looked like a busy part of the city, had wide sidewalks and a boulevard, and yet with this great view of Manhattan in the background, it firmly anchored us in New York.
We take you to pretty scary places in this show. That's what I love about the show, because you see all sides of New York. You see all faces of the city.
Background, camera, action!
What happened here?
2 bodies belong to Elias, the other's an innocent.
Think it's the Russians?
Yeah, you just take a quick look and toss it back down. So you come out here.
2 days earlier, the team was in a Chelsea apartment building, prepping the first scene of an ambitious shoot day around New York City.
You go back down, gun ready into the hall, and then magically, Shaw appears behind you.
Today we are shooting a scene in an apartment, very awesome location, but we got to get out of here because we've got a ton of daylight scenes. It's a full day, and we're getting good stuff, so that's what matters. Everyone set? Action.
What the hell are you doing here, John?
Well, Shaw, right now I'm wondering just what the hell you're doing here.
Protecting the program.
Got it, great. So put 100 on.
With a long day ahead, the crew needs to wrap out quickly to move to their second location, while Jim heads back to his trailer to prep for his work later in the day.
Look over here. You see this brick right here? You're looking at probably over 100 years, you know? And it's hard to find stuff like that in LA.
All right, thank you.
Back in LA, the production meeting finishes up, and Greg heads over to editorial.
Feels like I haven't got done nearly enough. We just did the production meeting on 221. We have to get the outline out for the finale soon. Jonah's working on that with Patrick. We have lunch in a few.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Now, how did the stuff in the snow look, man?
It looks fantastic.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
And everything matches, too.
Great. Good deal.
Down the hall, Jonah and Patrick are discussing the visual effects for a pivotal scene in the finale opening.
We jump to MPOV, okay? We see that line transect, sweep across 3 dimensions, sort of an X-ray. Find this guy, boom, 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 like that. But at this point, we're out in MPOV. Depending on how we piece all this information together, we can have Jay build it. We don't need to shoot any of it.
But is that a digital figure on the other side?
Yeah, exactly.
She started digging.
I mean, I know we have the virus that we've already established in the previous episodes. And my guess is it'd be a cool time to start showing that here.
You mean like from the Decima glitches and the blue screens? Yeah.
Meanwhile, the visual effects team is creating anywhere from 60 to 100 visual effects shots per episode, which includes everything the machine sees and does.
Yeah. I mean, at least 4 more seconds there. Sure.
Having completed the move from Chelsea, Our crew sets up in Washington Square Park for the second scene of the day. An average of 250 crew members in more than 24 departments work together to accomplish the work required in a single shoot day. We're here on location in New York, here in Washington Square Park, and we're about to take you on a tour of the set. Hey, Peter Saldo.
Holy moly.
This is my buddy, Peter Saldo. He's our first assistant director.
Whoa,
He's the guy that
Fusco.
keeps this train constantly moving. This guy here is our director, Jeff Hunt.
Awesome.
Jeff's been with us, how, what, 6 or 7 episodes now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fantastic guy, great director.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Rudy, where's the wardrobe trailer at?
Southeast corner. Over there.
Southeast corner of this block over here?
Right.
More than 1,000 articles of clothing are transported to each location shoot. Wardrobe can dress up to 50 people per day, including main cast and background actors. This is the wardrobe trailer. As you can see, here's Shaw's clothes, Root, Hirsch. These are all Carter. And you got all the police uniforms up here. Finch's, look at Fusco's. Look, I got like 3 things to wear, that's it. They put me in the same 3 things every episode. Finch. These are the black suits and white shirts of Mr. Reese, because that's all he wears in the whole show. Along with wardrobe, the hair and makeup teams arrive to set more than 2 hours before the main crew to prepare actors for filming. This is Belinda. Hi. She does all the hair, makes me look beautiful. This is Miss Toy.
Hi. Do I have to pretend like I like you?
Yeah. She does the makeup. And boy, does she have a lot of work ahead of her. There's only one man they have on the wall. No. The Fusco.
No,
Filming in the city itself is really quite challenging at times. Because, you know, one story I love to tell is Reese and Fusco were having a private conversation in a public place on Lexington Avenue. And we were approximately about 6 or 7 inches apart from each other. And we had 3 cameras going and 65 people on a corner. And an old lady walked right between us and gave me an elbow on the way by as if I was in her way.
So, come here, buddy. Time for a notes call. Hi, guys.
Only 3 days away from shooting episode 221, Jonah takes a notes call from the studio, while the rest of the office is working hard to maintain the show's complex mythology across multiple departments.
Well, if it's the end of 2010, then Ingram would have been chasing after numbers for 1.5 years, so he would have had more than 12 numbers. But if it's the beginning of 2010, then that theoretically could be possible.
It sounds like we're gonna do tone tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Monday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Who's cutting it? John?
No. Oh, yeah. We should let John know. I don't think he knows
Yeah.
yet.
Okay.
Back in Washington Square Park, the visual effects team finishes setting up. They can use up to 5 types of cameras per scene to achieve the unique viewpoint of the machine.
We call this Wally. And Wally is a version of the machine. It only takes a minute to put it together. And then once it's together, we just wheel it down the sidewalk, through the street, wherever we want to get all of those different shots that you see in the show.
I believe in something more important. I believe in your machine. Tonight, at midnight, when the virus reaches 0, a certain payphone will ring with the most important call in history.
This is Jeff's day 3 dailies. A little bit of work in the park here. This is a scene with Root. Should be nice.
One day later, the dailies are up for review at the New York office.
She's lovely, Harold. Honestly, I don't know how you can stand to live without her.
Carrie Preston, who plays Grace, we had to shoot her out earlier. So I went off and shot what he's looking at the head of this scene. Jeff is doing the second part of the scene, which is the bulk of the scene, because we didn't have her at this particular time, which is March.
So everyone read 21, right?
At the LA office, the writing team gathers for the final story meeting of the season.
What are we not setting up?
What are we forgetting?
What are we forgetting? I'm just worried we didn't take full advantage of the whole God Mode thing. We'll have more opportunities to revisit that. But for now, what's the stunt? What are we not doing that would require precision and timing?
If you were in a chase, could it tell you which way to go that's the
For sure.
fastest way? It's traffic, or this light's about to change, or, you know?
Where to hide would be good.
Yeah, run for a window, shoot out the window to weaken, and then you crash through, and you just jump on. It's a literal leap of faith, and you just trust the machine's telling you to go that way.
That's pretty good.
Or you crash land the car in an accident site where there's a medevac chopper there.
What if it's, a medevac crew having a burrito?
Yes.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sitting down having their lunch and this car just like flips and rolls. This is our stunt.
That's it.
This is it. Yeah. This car just, boom, rolls, explodes, pieces, lands to a halt. Reese pulls himself out, stands up. Hey, fellas.
Need to borrow you.
Need a ride. Yeah, that's it. Gets him out of town.
Put it in. Work hard.
All right, well, it was good. It was productive.
We just got to figure out how to make it work. I mean, this would be phenomenal.
As envisioned in the final story meeting, the crew scouts locations for the finale stunt sequence.
So we have this big, long, look at this wonderful stretch here. This is absolutely incredible. So what would be great would be they're driving south, and it says make a right, and we see a car come across, and then we cut away to the guys, and the guys turn. They're in a little booth over there eating their sandwich. They turn, they get a burrito, they get out, they come out of a building. Now we just need a side of a building with a door, and there's a helicopter.
Need to borrow your helicopter, fellas.
I'm still working on various options that might be available to us.
Back on the set of episode 221, the crew has made another location move to shoot a critical flashback scene about Finch's past.
So we're doing pretty good. We've got Michael Emerson over here, and we've got Ingram across the street, and we're going to shoot two directions. So we have about an hour to do this, and then we've got to move around the corner. We'll be okay. Everybody's hustling right now to get over here.
Today is a day on Person of Interest where we're living in two different time periods. We previously, over at the park, a couple of blocks away, shot scenes that take place in the present day, and now we're shooting a flashback. And it's a lot of costume changes and a lot of juggling around of narrative mindsets. This will be the first flashback scene ever shot with Mr. Finch wearing his trademark vest. And so this is both the culmination of the happy chapter of his life and the beginning of the end.
Hey, Mark.
Background!
Background!
Action!
Nathan, it's me. I have some good news that I want to share with you. Try me later.
I don't know, David, if you've had a chance to talk to Jeff about it. It's like we need a shot that articulates the futility of this, It's almost like you need to see the code printing off the printer and then...
After a long and successful day, the Los Angeles team works out the final details of editorial, visual effects, script notes, and schedules before heading home. Staff writers say their goodbyes before heading off on summer hiatus.
And we bid farewell to the person of interest offices for another season.
For another season.
Thanks. I'm going to see you over?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Studio Network notes into the draft and send it to Dave and Amanda, and then I'll join you guys.
Thanks, Nico.
No problem. See you later.
Well, this is an easy day. This is a wimpy day because the writers are done, so we have to take them out for a drink. What's left tonight is to reread 221, finish the outline of 222, which is late, but simultaneously start reading the script. Watch the cut on 19 tonight to give notes tomorrow so that the editor, so that Ray can be working on it on Sunday.
I'm amazed I'm walking out of here. It's still daylight. That's got to be about daylight savings time.
This day has come to an end, but there are many decisions ahead. The path to the finale will mark the culmination of 45 episodes. 2 cities, hundreds of people, and over 30 departments working in unison. Intricate pieces of the machine, creating what comes next.